All right, Shalom. I want to first start off giving our praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash, double honors unto our apostles, as well as the men that taught them, the elder high priests, all right, as well as the elder bishops and the elders at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings unto the 144,000 and the rest of the elect of the nation of Israel. This is the brother Abadia from the GMS Houston camp, and I'm going to title this video, Land of the Wicked, Home of the Slave. Land of the wicked, home of the slave. And since we all can remember, being born in this incarnation, we were taught, we were indoctrinated, and we observe this society, this system, okay, perpetuate that we live in a free country. Okay, one of the phrases is what? Land of the free, home of the brave. And now everybody see that this man is full of shit, talking about the so-called white man, okay? Because he's the one that pushed that narrative of freedom, okay? Through his fair speeches, through their wordplay. But when you look at the laws of the land, for lack of better words, different penal codes, all these different decrees, which are unrighteous, it tells a different story. And the actions, all right, tell a different story. Not only the actions, but all the different requirements. So they say freedom with their mouth, but with their actions, they show slavery. Okay. Now, the type of slavery is a contractual slave. We're all contractual slaves unless you commit a crime. I believe that's what amendment, the 13th Amendment. No involuntary servitude unless one commits a crime, something to that effect. Okay, so we've all seen it. We've been living it. We've been living a lie. And you still got a bunch of stupid ass people here in America, all right, that believe they're free. Okay, and Esau, one of his titles in the scriptures is the devil, which means deceiver. Okay. So I'm going to bring this out real quick. Revelation 12 and 9. It says, and that great dragon was cast out. The great dragon is talking about Esau in the form of his might, his empire, okay, which is NATO and the EU, which goes back to the Roman Empire. That's the dragon, all right, the pagan Roman Empire. It says that old serpent. See, this is referring to Esau, the so-called white man, and especially starting at the top of the nation, their nation, the Amalekites. These are the bankers, the international bankers, called the devil, see, and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So the scriptures identifying this man as a devil, which means deceiver, serpent, which means he's slick and he's sly. He's slick with his tongue. His actions is going to show something different. And it says he deceiveth the whole world. And one major thing that this man has deceived really here in America, the American people on, is the fact that they're free. Especially for us Israelites ain't got no business seeing things that way. freedom. This is the most regulated, okay, regulated with all kind of different laws, you know, type of country over all other countries. There's more prisons here in this country than any other country. Okay, so this devil has been pushing freedom down our throats. Okay, now we get certain liberties. People are mistaking their giving liberties. You don't just have these liberties. You're giving these liberties, allowances. Okay, that's the difference from freedom. He shoved that idea down our mind, right? Every time he up, we're in a free country and freedom this and freedom that. But when we live and operate in this society, we see otherwise. That we're bound by contracts and rules and unrighteous rules and regulations. Okay, that's the problem. Laws that should be in place would really should be the laws of the Bible, which are fair, which are just. From there, I want to go to Baruch 3:8. It says, we are, and behold, we are at this day in our captivity, whereby thou hast scattered us to be a reproach and a curse and an offense, according to all the iniquities of our fathers who departed from thee, O Lord, our power. Okay, so we're still in captivity to this day, and not only us, the nation of Israel, but these other nations that live over here, they're in captivity too. The so-called white man, they're contractual slaves, and then this devil got the people's mind. So it's a mental slavery that's going on as well. It got people's mind caught up into this illusion of freedom. Well, there is no freedom when you're heavily regulated and it's with unrighteous regulations. You know, all these different mandates. You know, you so goddamn free when the laws pull you over, and you ain't really did shit. Say you was going over the speed limit. Yeah, say, man, get the fuck out of here. I'm free. And see what happens. Try to leave this country without this man's permission. See how fucking free you are. Get admitted into a hospital, okay, and just try to walk up out of there without being released, and see how free you are. Okay. There's all kind of things in place that we live under, okay, and have to do that tells us we're absolutely not free. Okay. Let's go to another scripture in Isaiah 14. Let me find the verse. All right, so Isaiah the 14th chapter is going into the downfall of Esau. Okay, how the Most High is going to take him out of power, and the earth is going to rejoice when this bastard is taken down. Okay, it says. So I'm gonna bring out this verse, Isaiah 14 and 17. It says that made the world as a wilderness. This is talking about Lucifer, which Lucifer in this chapter is talking about Esau, the so-called white man, and really the elites, the ones that have the the records, the information that everybody else don't have. But now this man has, been getting exposed for some time now. Okay? They know that we're the Israelites. All right? So it says that made the earth, the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof. Yeah, this has been this man's MO. Okay? To make, this earth basically, said wilderness, uninhabitable, like a place where you really don't want to live, you know, because of all of the oppression through his laws that he put on the people, bound by these contracts, starting with your birth certificate and your social security card or social security number. All right, that open it not the house of his prisoners. All right, so this is a big America. The house of the prisoners is not talking about all the prisons they got here in Babylon the Great, but the land itself. America is a big prison, especially for the Israelites. These other nations that's over here, they get certain immunities to certain laws and more liberties, but still you still are regulated. If you're over here in Babylon the Great, you're a slave. Okay, and that's just the reality of it. This man's mouth has told us that we're free, but his actions have showed us that we're slaves. And the reason why people don't come to that conclusion that they're a slave is because this man gives out gifts. Scripture says, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, but a gift destroyeth the heart. So this man always got a gift up his sleeve. Not a trick up his sleeve and a gift up his sleeve. Okay? He has entertainment and distractions. And basically to keep your mind so tied up in this system, and then to alleviate to get some release of all the oppression, he give you entertainment and gifts here and there. You don't got time to think about, to see what's really going on, okay, in this society. For the average person, got so much going on, you don't step back and say, damn, what the fuck is really going on? Excuse my language. What the hell is really going on, in this country we live in? People complain and this ain't right, that ain't right, but they won't say that, man, we damn, it's like we're in slavery. We're slaves. We're heavily controlled because your black ass can apply for a passport, get a passport, and go on a trip out of the country. You think you're free, okay? Well, the time is coming. Everybody's gonna understand when this man comes down with his draconian laws. You understand that you're a fucking slave. All right, land of the wicked, home of the slave. Lord willing, this video was edifying. And until the next one, I say shalom.